And on to 14. If the cosine of beta is x over 3 and beta exists in quadrant 1, what is the tangent of beta? So if I'm in quadrant 1, that's where I'm going to draw a triangle. All right, so the cosine ratio is given as x over 3. Think about SOHCAHTOA. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. And angle B, if it's drawn properly, will be right there at the origin because you'll rotate to the terminal side of the triangle. So this is the actual angle. It's not a reference angle. Anyways, I'm adjacent over hypotenuse. So next to the angle is an x and the hypotenuse is 3. I get to do a little Pythagorean theorem to find this unknown side right here, which I'll just call A. So a squared plus x squared is 3 squared. This is going to get moved over there. 3 squared has always been 9. It always will be. So a squared is 9 minus x squared, which means a is the root of 9 minus x squared. Let me just put that there. And don't think you can do anything with that because you certainly cannot. Now, you're asked to find the tangent of B. And again, from SOHCAHTOA, you should write this down a couple thousand times until you can finally get it. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. So opposite of the angle is root 9 minus x squared. And adjacent to the angle is an x. Ta-da! All right. This is an oldie. You were going to borrow $34,500 to pay for a used truck. Your bank has offered you a 7-year loan and 4.3% interest compounded monthly. The formula is on the front of your quiz. I mean, it is. The amount after time passes is the principal times 1 plus r over n to the nt. So here's your principal. This is your time, because time is always in years. This is your r, which is going to be 0.043. You got to move that decimal 2 positions. That's not going to change. That's how we did it before. And monthly. So n is 12, because there are 12 months per year. Plug crap in, kids. It is a 7-year loan, so after 7 years, this literally means after 7 years. That's what ace of 7 means, or the amount owed in 7 years. You're going to owe 34,500 times 1 plus 0.043, sitting over n, which is 12, raised to the 12 times 7, which, by the way, 12 times 7 happens to be 84. I just don't get how you can miss this. Anyways, I need to be more positive. You can do this, right? That's what you owe. Nearest penny, obviously, you're talking about money. You owe $46,591.65. Monthly payment? My gosh, it's an 84-month loan. I did glance at some of these things, and some of y'all saying you were going to owe like $5-6 grand a month. Hell, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Like, you have zero common sense. So I'm just going to hit divided by 84 because that's what the calculator does. 554.66. A lot of you won't even watch this video. That's all on you. This is going to be different depending on which version you have. This one is 36 months. Yours might be something else. I don't know what you're looking at. It might be 24, might be 48. All we know here is this thing is growing. It's going to quadruple. So we're going to use the formula for compound growth. Principal times 1 plus r to the t. And since I want monthly rate of interest, I'm literally going to input months. I also have to figure out what I want to invest. And you can invest anything you want, but I'm going to let the principal be 1. And she is going to quadruple. So after time, she will become 4. So 4 equals a 1 times 1 plus r to the 36th power. Now you can do this by hand. You can. I wouldn't. You're taking a test. Y1, Y2. Y1, Y2. So 4, you don't need the 1, but if it makes you feel good about yourself, put it there. It's not going to hurt anything. Rooftop to 36 power. Zoom 6, like I've been teaching you all year long. That's one thing that just aggravates the snot out of me. Some of y'all still don't know how to do a Zoom 6. Anyways, second trace 5. And on this one, it's enter 3 times and you'll have it done. Enter, enter, enter. So the TI-84 told me that the rate was about 0.03925. So just move that decimal 2 places, 3.925, which rounds to 3.93%. And I don't know what yours was. Some of these are different. Skeletal remains are estimated to contain 0.27% of the carbon-14 that a modern-day humanoid has. How old are the skeletal remains if the half-life of carbon-14 is 5,600 years? So it mentioned half-life, so I scanned the front of the test, and I swear it's there. It's here somewhere. It's right there. Half. It has a half in it. The principal times a half to the t over the half-life time. Now this is what you dug up. Literally after time has passed. That is A sub t. So A sub t is 0.27%. And we're just going to leave these as percentages. It's not a big deal. Your principal would have been 100%. That's what it started with. And just leave the decimals in, or leave the percentages in. You can change this to a 1 and change that to 0.0027 if you want, but you don't have to. And there's your equation, and you can do it by hand, or you can put this in y1, and you can put this in y2. So you put that in y1. God, I feel like I've done this a couple thousand times. I wish more of you guys would just understand the beauty of y1 and y2. You do a Zoom 6, you don't see anything but a blue line, and you're like, oh God, the answer's not there, I screwed up. You didn't screw up. Look at your answers. Look at your answers. They are all hinting at an X max of about 50,000. That's what they're hinting at. Window, X max, 50, 1, 2, 3, graph. And you'll see it. They cross paths. Second trace 5. Enter, enter, enter. 47783.819. So that 0.819 is going to make that 3 of 4. On this version, that was choice A. And again, you may not have the same version. Yours might be somewhere else, but that problem was left alone. This is number 18. It says you may express your answer as a decimal for half credit. I'm going to do that first. Because for some of y'all, that's as good as it gets. It really is. So 4e to the 4x minus a 2 plus 3 is equal to 15. I did y1, and this is y2. Now, something a lot of kids are seeming to forget is that you literally put a 15 in y2. This is 15 units up. So when you hit zoom 6, of course you don't see anything. That is 15 units in the sky. You got to go to window, go to Ymax, maybe make Ymax a 20, and then hit the graph key. And it'll be there. Second trace 5, enter, enter, enter. It says the X value is about 0.7747. Now, if this is multiple choice, you wouldn't have to know how to get the true answer. That gives you half credit. So let's do this properly. We're going to move the 3 over. 4e to the 4x minus 2 is now a 12. We're going to divide out the 4. So e to the 4x minus a 2 is now equal to a 3. And then we're going to do the whole log is bay thing, which was also on the front of the test somewhere. wasn't it? It's right there. Anyways, base, answer, exponent. Sorry, I did that backwards. That's obviously an exponent. Something wrong with my brain this morning. That's a base. Bases have exponents, and what's left must be an answer. It's very common that you want to spell bay. Even I do that sometimes. You just default to spelling BAE. Anyways, this one is BEA. So now I can convert this to a logarithm. This is a log whose base is e. Her answer would be that 3, and she would equal 4x minus 2. A log base e is the ln. See that little e above it? That's a logarithm base e, is that ln. So this just becomes ln 3. And that would equal 4x minus 2. You move your 2 over. Natural log of 3 plus a 2 equals 4x, and then you divide by a 4. And that is the full credit. Number 19 is next. Solve this thing. I'm going to do this one by hand. I got a hunch your EOC might word things where you do need to know how to do these things by hand. 8 is a 2 cubed. The reason I did that is because I want the bases to be the same. I taught this lesson about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. When the bases are the same, you rely on a property that a b to the x equal to b to the y, x is y. So 3 times 2x minus 1 is 3x plus 3. Distribute, you'll get 6x minus 3 equals 3x plus 3. I don't know, maybe put those x's there, that number over here. 6x minus 3x is 3x, 3 plus 3 is 6, and bam, x is 2. What else could you have done? Because you were taking a test, you could have put that in y1 and you could have put that in y2. That's what you could have done. It's what you should have done. And that's what I'm going to do here. 8 rooftop, 2x minus 1. Now, it's actually this particular problem, these exponential growth problems, which is what these are, on a TI-84, like, you really gotta have some intuition. So I did a Zoom 6. Look how fast these things are shooting up. You know, there's going to be some kids who go and they change their Y max to 20. You ain't going to see nothing. Nothing at all. They're going to go back. They're going to be like, all right, I'll try 30. Maybe 30 will do it. You ain't going to see nothing. Not at 30. So I'm just going to go up to 1,000. Because those things were shooting straight up. I'm not even sure 1,000 does it. Oh, 1,000 did do it. Second trace 5. Enter, enter, enter. It was 2. Wow, it was 2. Who would have thunk? Stop this one and start another one.